Greetings and welcome to my channel. My name is Abagnatius and this is Baldur's Gate 3, the real version. One second, sorry, this was the wrong kind of key. I forgot something. Options. No, audio. Master volume down to maybe 72, 70-ish. Music down to 60. This is better. Again, Baldur's Gate 3, the release version. I hear that some quite a fair amount of things have changed in the character creator. So I have decided to remake the party, or rather, well, that anyway, but to refilm the whole thing. Let's start with editing the appearance. Cool. Although, edit character, race. Now I wonder. The humans had a +1 on all abilities. On all ability scores, which of course made them enormously powerful, which also of course meant that I chose humans exclusively. But I think that has changed. Your carrying capacity is increased by 1/4. Okay. Civil militia, you have base racial speed, you can move 9 meters per turn. Weapon spears, pikes, halberds and glaives, and armor proficiency with light arm. Holy moly! Holy moly! Spears, pikes, halberds, those are two-handed staff-like weapons. Which, for example, for a sorcerer, which this my main character is of course going to be, is quite useful. And gives me a whole lot of versatility. And the armor proficiency with light armor and shields, well, that may not necessarily be needed, specifically as I'm going with a Dragonborn, maybe? Dragon person, sorcerer. That is of course a big thing. Dark vision. Longsword, short sword, shortbow and longbow. I love that these people all have their own. This is fantastic. What do we have here? Oh. Dark vision and civil militia. What's the second one here? Human versatility. An additional skill to be proficient in, and of course the carrying capacity. I know this. Not as much carrying capacity. A 1/4 is a lot. But dark vision. That is also quite something. 9 meters for the halflings should be 7.5. Natural ones can be re-rolled, okay. Advantage in saving rolls against being frightened, okay. What about half-orcs? Savage attacks. For each you regain 1. Oi, that's oi. That's going to be my druid. Definitely going to be my druid. As the druid is the main tank of the group. And that's going to be... Holy moly. And the Dragonborn has nothing. Rage and acid breath. Oh. Okay. Gnome has gunning, a bunch of oops, yes. I think something just finished downloading. Dwarves have resilience, dark vision, and combat training, battle axe, hand axe, light hammer and warhammer, which of course makes sense. I don't actually know what these are. From Mind Flayer Enslavement, features, martial prodigy, armor proficiency, okay, all the swords, cantrips, mage hand, okay, astronaut, okay, but I think I'll go with a half elf for myself. Oh, this is also strong. And dark vision, and of course this. Although the carrying capacity is increased by a quarter. Can be useful, although I'm not going to be a loot-aholic, which is a complete deviation of my normal playstyle. Oh, by the way, these are, of course, my other 3 games that are running simultaneously, as you can see in the frames per second counter up here. So, of course, I'm going to make my whole party myself. Okay. Ooh. Okay. What do we have here? Fleetwood. This. Ooh. Okay. And this would be. Yes. I'm going to be a wood half elf. May break away from isolation, ferns, forests. And I'm faster. 1.5 meters, 9, that's 10.5. That's also strong. Class is of course going to be sorcerer. I mean, there is no question. Exactly. One thing I'm missing though. I'm still of the wrong sex. Do I have... Can I change that somehow? Somewhere? In some way, shape or form? Body type? Proficiencies? Ah, I see. So, it can be a relatively small female, a small male, a big female, or a big male. I'm going to be this. Class sorcerer, okay, cantrips. No, and no. I want some utility and I want some combat. I did take the one that's faster on foot, okay, so firebolt might be useful. Though in this utility is much more important. The minor illusion is going to be important. The mage hand. Light. Infuse an object with an aura of light. This is going to be a cone attack, huh? Or a line attack, rather. This would be powerful too, but in higher difficulty modes. Ooh. I am of course not going to play on the highest possible difficulty. This might be something. On charisma checks against non-hostile creature. And cantrips can be cast all the time. So I'm going to take this. And maybe some sort of arranged common for this. No combat at all. Illusion, Mage Hand, Light and Friends. I don't like the color combination, so this looks better. So we have no combat cantrips. That's what we are going to have the crossbow for. Can be cast at will. So these are all usable and useful cantrips. That's okay. Now with the spells. As I said, the magic missile has always been my mainstay, my workhorse. My basic spell around which I've built everything else. Now what else to take? The Witch Bolt I hear is good. But I should be a warlock for that. That creates some more usability out of that. Thunderwave, Chromatic Orb, 3 to 24. 3d8 thunder. Okay. Thunder damage and possibly creates a surface impact. Cloud Ice Knife, what's that? Throw a shard of ice that piercing, it explodes and deals a lot of cold. It leaves an ice surface, which can be strong. He's not going to need that. Shield Sleep, Feather Fall. Disguise Self, False Life. I think I took this one, huh? These ones, Magic Missile and False Life to start with. For the temporary hit points. Before a difficult fight, this can be life-saving in any tell me what I'm thinking of. In any situation. Okay, subclass is of course Draconic. 1 more hit points as well as base armor class +2. Here we can see the scales. Dragon Ancestors is of course going to be red, which gives me the Burning Hands. I forgot that. Which gives me Magic Missile, a good single target spell, and the Burning Hands, a good group spell. So far, this is looking strong. Backgrounds. I have Charisma, which means... I love this. I have Charisma, which means I need Stealth, or rather I'm going to have, sorry, Dexterity. This is going to be Charisma, Dex and Constitution. I don't need all the rest. Let's see, inside Religion, Deception, Sleight of Hand, Line Cheat, Steal Stuff, which is Dex. So far I'm thinking for Charnata. I don't like Criminal. Outlander, Athletics, Survival, what's this exactly? Wisdom, that's going to be the Druid is going to be that. Noble, Guild Artisan, Folk Hero, Dex and Dex. Athletics, Intimidation, Arcana and History. deception and sleight of hand. I'm going to be that. Abilities. Assign bonus. That's new. No, this is going to be there. Intelligence is unnecessary, and this is unnecessary. This goes as high as possible, so does this and this. So, although this gives me 2 more points. A little bit of strength might not be all that bad. No. Although, yeah, it's a 15, not a 16, as this is 17 and not a 16, or an 18. But each score only has to be raised by 1 in order to get the next bigger increase. What's that called? You know what I mean. This looks about right, to be quite honest. Although his appearance could be changed. Let's do that. What do we have here?
Where to next?
What was...
Let's hope the locals...
Hells.
Be wary.
It's opened. More of those... There's magic.
Where to...
What was that?
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there. More of the... There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
I'll take this. Skin color. Let's make him cheesy white. Confirm. No scars. Maturity. Just makes him a bit older. Let's take that. Can I not change his hair? Oh. Okay, hair. What is he going to have? No, something like this. Facial hair, something epic. Doesn't that look like a typical half-elf? Hair color is going to be something like this. Okay. Let's start with this then, or this. Confirm. Oh yes, this looks good. This is maybe a bit over the top. Something like this. Oh, that reminds me of what was the game called? What was the game called? Warhammer Online, I believe. Where you, if you turn the character around too quickly, it would get dizzy. My poor guys got turned around and rotated quite a bit. Draconic bloodline? Oh, hello. This looks kinda fierce. Scale color, let's go with this maybe? Nah, it doesn't really pop. Nah, that's not good. That's too dark. That's not bad. This is dark and yet it pops. Let's take this. Confirm. Okay. This is my first guy. Who shall be named Abognatius. The question in my mind now is, do I have, because they are all named Abognatius, will I have 4 guys named Abognatius? I hope not. Okay, but let's go into the next one. This will be the close combatant, which means the druid. Race is going to be, what did I say for druid? I think a half orc, huh? Savage attacks. Relentless endurance, it's good for the tank and healer, because she's going to be both. Let's see the abilities. It's going to be a strength build. No wisdom, nor charisma. Constitution, and the rest into dexterity. Although she is going to be a strength build, a close combat druid. I'm an idiot. Let's change this. Wisdom, of course. Give her this much constitution. This means that she is going to be able to avoid no effects whatsoever. She's going to be hit all the time, but that's where all her constitution comes in. Okay, that should be okay. Race class is going to be druid. Exactly. Cantrips. What do we have here? This can be usable. And of course guidance. So that should be it. Background. Strength. Something's not right. Constitution. This I wanted. This is better. Yeah. Wisdom, strength and constitution. Of course. Cantrips, background. Entertainer. Outlander, I thought. +5 and +5. Wisdom and strength. Perfect. Abilities are done. Prepare spells. That's of course going to be this and that. The main healing spells. Speak with animals. Tranquil fog cloud, fairy fire. Within the light turn visible and attack rolls have advantage. This would be somewhat powerful too, but we have a lot of healing already. This might be... let's take this. Let's take this. Her appearance is actually quite good. That makes sense. That's okay. Just a bit... I wonder. Oh well, if I have 4 Abagnatiuses, then so be it. Now I have myself, I have the druid as the main tank and healer. As well as the strength, I now have charisma, strength, dexterity and constitution. And wisdom, actually. Charisma, dexterity and a bit of con. So there's wisdom, strength and a bit of con. What I'm lacking is intelligence. This is not an intelligence character, huh? This one isn't a warlock. Charisma. Let's see, wizard is of course int, charisma. Dexterity, dexterity, paladin is strength, dexterity, fighter is strength, druid is wisdom. Wisdom, charisma and strength. Only the wizard is an intelligence character. So I'll have a wizard. I intended to not have one because I do prefer the sorcerer, but well. Okay, wizard. Do we have something that increases short bow and long bow for a wizard? It's actually a good weapon choice. Because I have crossbows for the sorcerer and now I have long and short bows for the wizard. Anti-proficiency bonus. I think I'll go with that. It's an elven wizard. What do I have here? Firebolt or fleet foot. Also faster. Ooh, of course. We've got a wizard. Of course, 2 wood elves. Class is chosen. Cantrips. Goodbye. She's going to be aggressive. The wizardess is going to be aggressively built. Which means no support whatsoever. Especially not here. In the cantrips, that is. Although in the spells she will have everything, of course. What do we have? This. Okay. Poison spray. A little bit of cold. And a minor illusion, actually. So I can send everybody everywhere. Okay, let's go. Spells. So, again, workhorse. And then what will we take? The more useful spells, such as Featherfall, Enhanced Sleep, Disguise Self. I don't have that on my sorcerer, do I? That would be a strong one too. Let's keep that in the back for now, the back of our minds. A good group attack spell. Okay. That might be something. And she could use the mage armor. Because she is not a dragon, of course. Magic missile, this, that, some usable, and self-protection. I think that's a fairly good mix. Okay. That's going to be... That's okay. Then into the abilities. Intelligence main as well as dexterity. No charisma because who needs that? Something like this and something like this I would say. No. She's going to do this. Okay, that looks good. Let's prepare some of the spells. Combat, self-protection. This might be something, and do I need Featherfall in the early game? I think this would be better. Okay. And her appearance looks actually looks all right. Next up is this one. So we now have all the ability scores for skill checks if I can choose that. Sometimes of course it just comes and I'll have to go with whatever I have. So this is essentially a free character. I have 3 that can do some magic. What I do like is someone who stands behind and really bombs with bow and arrow. This is going to be a human. Carrying capacity, and this of course. The claws will be a ranger. Specifically a beast tamer. Because at level 3 or 4, I'm not sure which, they get a familiar, or a, not a familiar, because that's this, a animal companion I believe. Favorite enemy. Okay, proficiency in investigation. Sanctified stalker. So to hunt the enemies of a holy or druidic order. Can cast sacred flame, what is that? Ooh. Not bad. I'll keep this. The Sanctified Stalker. What is? Keeper of the Veil. Protection from evil and good. That can be really strong. If I put that on the main healer, yeah. Okay, Natural Explorer. Ah, Beast Tamer. This is okay. Background. This, let's make this first. This is a dexterity build, which is great. Dexterity, and then I have Constitution. Do I need that? Not really. Strength would be useful too, though. So let's reduce everything else to 10. Something like this. Give her high strength, just in case she gets attacked. And a good amount of constitution. Something like this. And yeah. Okay. This is okay. Ah, okay. I'll have to go through the other guys again. This is so far okay. Strength, dexterity, and constitution. Wisdom skills, insight, persuasion, urgent, sleight of hand, and stealth. Let's do this. Okay, where was it? Abilities, I believe, yes. Which was my main? I think here. Yes. So, abilities. What abilities will he have? Persuasion, that's not bad. That's definitely not going to happen. Okay. Will have to be intimidation then. Okay. Next change. What is she? The ranger. Oh, jeez. Perception, that's wisdom. So that was also wisdom. Okay. Acrobatics. Keep your balance. Land on your feet. That's always good. Athletics. That's also always usable. And what else? Make an insight check. Wisdom. Reminder. It's all wisdom. Intelligence. History, that's intelligence. Strength, dex, or con. None of those are that. So, nature and, let's say, survival. Okay, next. Abilities, she is the wizardess. Investigation, that's good. Okay. The ranger is going to be male. And frankly, it looks quite good. This will mostly work. Let's give him a little bit more facial hair. This looks good. This is okay. What do we have here? Dex, strength, and con for the ranger. These are cool. Nature and survival. I can leave them at that. And last but not least, we have animal handling, she's a druid. And insight. Medicine and perception usable too. But I can't choose them. Okay. I can't rename them. Okay. What are you going to be called? A typical half-orc.
Guardian. Choose one.
Half-orc. Let's go with that. Okay, she is good. Yes, here. The ranger is going to be called River. 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 Riv. Rylan. Proceed.
Choose one.
Let's mix this up a couple of times. Tiefling would be cool. This is okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Ah, okay. Wood Elf Wizard. Galantra.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
This is okay. And finally, myself. With, of course, Abagnatius as the name.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
I'm a half elf, am I? Not. Okay, let's go with this. No, let's go with this. Let's randomize. Oh, she isn't ugly. Let's hope that this works. Sorry. It's the same one, isn't it? Yeah, it's still the same, so we can stop this. Now, of course, the big question becomes, do we wait until this is loaded, or do we not? We do not. The next episode is going to be right after this is loaded, where I try to finish the party, get everybody together. This is going to be a very short video. So thank you for watching, like, subscribe, and know the drill if you so choose, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.